Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well today. In this video I'm gonna go over these connectors, universal connectors for fan spoofers. That's what I'm trying to utilize for my DG1, because on PSU fans apparently not working in liquid. So when I tried to dunk it in liquid, it stopped working altogether, and it wasn't mining until I removed the fan and put the fan spoofers. But I used some wire modification from my fan splitters. So basically, what I did is I used the regular fan splitters, and I had to grind down these guys right there in order to fit to these connectors. So basically, this is the regular fan connector, 4-pin connector, and what's in the fan spoofer is this, guys. It's X, I believe it's X 2.54 millimeters connector, which is kind of, well, it's not hard to find. There is some on for sale, but you will get just the wires on the other end. So I couldn't find adapter that would go from regular fan to connector to this type of connector, right, to X whatever 2.5. So I could have cut one from here, from and this is from Just Miner with fans that I modified, but I want to cut it because then I'm gonna lose those fans. And so what I'm gonna test, I'm gonna show you that the regular connector right here, right, so it will not fit. So unless you grind it down, there is no way you can fit this. It's basically a different size, you can see. And also it's flipped, it doesn't go this way. The wires actually go in this direction in order to be the same color, you know, like yellow. Let me show you right there, right? So how the colors go. So you basically have to match the black, red, yellow, and blue. Now, in the Just Miners, blue and yellow actually also flipped, like you can see, but in the PSU from DG1 is actually the same direction. It goes black, red, yellow, and blue, which exactly matching what the this fan spoofer gonna go. So with this universal connector, you could see you can actually remodify the wires if you want. They already preset actually in the right direction. You could see black, red, yellow, and blue, but if you need to, you can remove this little housing right there and redo the wires the way you need it. So it's pretty cool actually. Wires, they're expensive, they're like $6 each of this wire, and it's called the universal whatever. I'll put the link down below if you're interested. But somebody posted in my comment that you can get individual wires, that it's female and the male on the other side, which you can connect to this fan spoofer, but you have to do individual 1x1 wire, but it's a lot cheaper. You can get 40 wires for the same price, so it will make you a lot of those fan spoofer connection for if you have multiple miners. But if you have only one, I guess that is probably the reason I want to use this together, so I can just, you know, get those wires. You can probably wrap them up in the housing like this. So anyways, let's see which direction we should go. So the block should be, so you can't reverse them, the block should be on this side, on the side of the, basically on that right side. So I have to kind of keep it like this, and I'm gonna attempt to connect it first before I go and dig my miner from fluid, you know, because it takes a lot of effort. All right, so let's try to push down this connector. Not sure. It looks like it worked okay. All right, yeah, so it looks like it's pretty solid there. There is no issue that I see. You could see all of them pretty much together, and the wire direction correct, so I can go ahead and use it. Now the only problem I have is, look at these wires and all the parts on these fan spoofer exposed. So what I need to do, I want to protect it, and what I have is I have these heat shrinks from my solar cables. So from number 2 is actually gonna fit the little bit larger ones. So what I'm gonna do is basically slide it through this wire and use my heatsink gun and then just basically blow it. So let me get that together. All right, so I'm gonna feed this right through. Okay, that heat shrink. It's just right at the size, so it will be pretty hard and tough to, I have to open it up. Just like this. Feed it through the small part of this body and then hopefully slide over this chip right about there. Now again, when you put the chip here, you also have to follow your black wire. Right there is on that side. So if you're looking at the face here, your black will be on the right. If you're looking at the chip side, you're looking at the plastic side, your black is on the left, okay? So you just have to keep that in mind and then slide it over really carefully so I can cover all the parts so I don't get shortened in the PSU. That's what worries me, okay? So we're gonna just wrap it just like that so all the parts are covered, and hopefully this will not get destroyed by the fluid, this heat shrink, because the fluid apparently destroys the PVC, makes it harder, stiffer, and it is kind of weird. So alright, so let's see, we're getting this shrink. Hopefully we'll wrap around this part so we're not going to get shorts, and we'll check how good it is over this connector right there. Okay, perfect. Looks like it just glued completely almost this end right there. Just a little bit exposed. I mean, it will be in the fluid anyway. So really what I worry about, the touching, this part's touching any plastic. You can wrap probably in some of a, I don't know, silicone tape or something. I don't know. It's hard to say what's gonna last in the liquid. So as long as I can keep it together, I mean, I guess really this cable is just gonna be the plastic of it hardened, but all I'm concerned that this pin's staying pretty good in the fan and I don't get shortened on my fan spoofer. If I need to get replaced, I'll just can cut the heat shrink and put the new one in. I guess it's a hassle to do that. Hopefully it will stay there. So okay, I need to get 3 of them done and then try to replace the one I did temporarily from this side. The reason I don't want to keep these guys, because when I grind it down in order to fit in this, maybe I'll show you at the end of the video when I pull the other one, it's slightly popping out, so in the time probably it will eventually pop out and disconnect, and it will shut the miner if the spoofer disconnected. So that's why I don't want to take a chances and wait till it happens. I'll just replace with this, and plus it will take a lot less space because the one that I use with the double, it just a lot of wires there right now using that space. So let's get this wrapped up and hopefully we'll get that in the tank. All right, guys, one more thing. When I unpacked this too, look, they had wire they made up a little bit different, the yellow on the very end there, so it will not report the fan speed, so we need to have blue at the end, just like this wire. So I guess what I need to do, take this, slide this piece off and switch this yellow and blue. So you have to really check, because this is the universal connector, so they can be flipped. I guess when they put them together they didn't pay attention, or I don't know what happened. Anyways, make sure you put in the correct order, otherwise your fan will not gonna report spoof or anything back to the PSU, and your miner gonna fail to mine. All right, so now this wire a little bit off, but at least it's in the right order, right? So we see the black there on the left, red, yellow, blue. That's the correct order. Okay, that's how I read it of the regular fans. Pretty much all the fans that labeled for on the regular connectors, and it's also black, red, yellow, blue. And same was with the fans that on the PSU. Now the Jazz miner has the blue and yellow reversed, so not all of the fans may be the same way, but for DG1 it works just like that. Now if you have different miners that you're trying to do, make sure that you match in this order of the wires. Otherwise, if you're yellow on the back there, it's not going to report the speed if it's not connected in the proper order. Okay, so for now, I hope they use the actually right order for color matching as well. But I tested on the fan, regular fan, so it's working for DG1, and we'll try to attempt. So now it's kind of easy, because when you're looking at the shiny parts of connector on the left, it will be black, always black on the left. So that's how we know we connecting in the right direction in our PSU fans. All right, so I have one done, the other ready with the heat shrinks ready to go. I need to add this heat shrink real quick. A hassle to slide them over because it's very tiny heat shrink for this size, but it works out pretty well. Actually, it covers the entire chip there, and hopefully nothing gets shortened. And I will need to test it probably before I dunk it. So when I pull it out, I'll turn the miner on, make sure it's mines, and then I'll put back this guy's in the thing. So need to find 2 more spoofers probably in the shed there. So let's get it done. Okay, just want to show you one more time, and this is the fan from PSU I removed from DG1, right? So it's a little, I believe, 40 millimeters fan. It uses same connector as the, see, exactly same X, probably 2.54 millimeter connector, but the wires directions, not direction, but the last 2 wires are differently wired. So that's what I was going to show you guys. You have the blue and yellow reversed. Actually, hold on, I need to look from this direction. Oh, and they actually in the wrong order completely. Look at that, your black is on the left there. All right, so your black is here on the left, and then red, and then yellow and blue. So that's what we have to follow, our black lines. As we're gonna connect this, we're gonna need to make sure we follow the actual fan that's from the model, not this guy's. I almost confused myself already. So really pay attention how it's connected in the actual connector there in PSU, and just follow same order. So I guess we will have to use this shiny parts where those clips coming in, just so it's the same direction. You could see that hopefully right there in the camera, the color matching. Okay, and here I match to the fan, to the regular fan. When I connect this fan spoofer, I just went for a fan connector, how it goes with direction. Okay. All right, guys, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on that wire, that cable, that universal fan cable, you can just simply get bundle of these 40 wires, and you can make up your own. Pretty much same thing, I noticed. So you use the 4 colors, which good. I mean, they come with the colors, 5 colors, but you only need to use 4 colors. So you need red, you're gonna need blue, black, and yellow. So just for the fan settings. So I'm gonna pull and show you what I did, guys. So it's pretty simple. way to do it, and I guess you could save probably 4 times on the, or if not more, because you can create multiple of this kit for the same money. All right, so right there, and the black wire. Have to pull those. I don't want to unbundle completely this thing so it falls apart. Okay, so we have 4 wires, right? And you just organize them. What I do is with this metal pieces facing to you, right? This way you can go from left to right with the black, and then red, and then yellow, and then blue. All you have to do is just put them together just like that, just like so. And all this metal little heads facing your, that's easier later to kind of figure out which direction you're going, because it's kind of important. If you swap them the other way, it may damage your spoofer or even PSU. And if you swap the wires wrong way, you're basically not going to get the reading. If the blue and yellow mixed, it's not going to damage your device, but it's not going to get you a reading of the fan speed. So next step, what you do, you put them together with just a heatsink, the way it's done on the regular thing. So let me show you how I did it. So I just slide that heat shrink, and then basically warm it up all the way around, and it's gonna shrink together all this nicely, and at least it's holding together, so you don't need to play around when you're in the fan. I mean, in PSU module with individual wires, because they, you know, you can get them loose and stuff. It's just going to be hard, especially when you need to replace, and then all that liquid coolant is all over the place, right? So just put them together just like that, and we can test them as well. We can test, make sure they work. So just going to use one of this 4-pin connector, and just slide it in just to make sure I can slide it right there. Boom. So works perfectly. We can connect that just like so, right? So next thing and to remember is to go over when this is going to be connected instead of the fan, to see where your black wire is. So obviously it's not on this side, not on the shiny side, but on the other side. So my shiny pieces towards me, it's where I need to remember it's going to be next to the sink. You can reverse it if you want, but then you have to follow different direction. I just did it for myself so I can see clearly that it's the shiny parts, and that's where it's going to be my little pins over here, because I did exactly same direction, red. I don't know if you could see the wire colors right there, black from left to right, black, red, yellow, and blue, and I follow same direction, black, red, yellow, and blue. So basically that's where it's gonna go in PSU fan. Now the other side I need to use for the fan spoofer. So same likewise, I'm just gonna do this all together just like that. And also colors are matter, because you have to be exactly how it goes in the fan. And for that example, I already did one, so I'm using just exactly how it connects to the regular fan. And you could see how it goes with the colors. So basically I go where my metal parts here, right there on the fan, it's connecting with the metal parts here. And here you go, it's just gonna be going in the fan spoofer, similar way. I just need to make sure that I'm putting it the correct way when I use the fan spoofer, because now, if you remember the fan spoofer, when you're looking at that modular face, your block is on the right side, right? So I'm gonna have to put that my board visible from here, and the plastic side will be on the other side. So that's pretty much it. That's how you can make this cable instead of the one that is $6.99 or whatever pre-made. For $6.99 you can get the whole entire bundle, I guess, and do same fan. So after I'm done with that, I'm gonna do the same thing. I can put the fan spoofer in here and just put the heat shrink over this whole thing after that, and basically just wrap it just like that, or just so the whole entire board is covered of the with the Heatsink. So there is no metal parts open, just like that, right? So let me do one, and just so we can test one of these, and the one that came already manufactured with the connectors ready, just like that, the one I did before that. So let's get that done.
All right, so I have my 3 fan spoofers ready to go, basically made up. So I will just have to watch out for the color of the wires, which way they're going. So as you may notice, I have the block on this side on all of these setups, so they're all the same. Just have to watch this. And also for fun, I have 3 different gloves here to test. So this is the vinyl gloves, this is latex, and this is nitrile gloves, whatever. All right, so I'll be testing. So when these get in the liquid, they get plastic hard. So really a lot of stuff that vinyl, it gets really hard in the coolant. So even the wires, somebody posted that the vinyls needs to be special rubber type material. So I guess these wires in a while gonna get hardened and fail. I mean, basically you can crack them because they're gonna be super stiff. So I probably didn't get to that point, but I know my Ethernet cables I can't open up. So basically this latch right here, I need to remove it completely, because what happened to this vinyl outside, I need to cut it out completely because it gets so stiffened and I can't even press this anymore. It becomes basically like a vinyl, not flexible at all, like hardened vinyl. Anyways, I'm gonna be pulling out Dodge miner, getting my spoofer put up properly now, fan spoofers, and we'll do the fun stuff. We'll test these gloves, and I'll show you there at the end of the video what happened to them, okay? So let me open and get in there. All right, so this basically plastic right here got completely stiff, so I can't even press to release. So it's ridiculous. I need to just remove that cover, blue cover, and hopefully, yeah, so this plastic is fine. Clear plastic is fine, but anything vinyl like rub on these wires, that's really weird. See right there. Works perfectly fine just like that. So if you use regular cables, probably want to cut it or find the rubber cables. I don't know how long this will last, but they really stiff and okay, right there. Oh wow, look what happened to this cover vinyl. It's completely got pumped out. Wow, that's crazy. So I guess a lot of your items gonna get really toughened with the, well, this silicone cable seems to be a little bit soft right there. Like this one right here. Not too bad. This cover pretty stiff. The cables for fan, I don't know about these wires. Yeah, all these wires got pretty stiff, hardened from the liquid. And oh, look at these condensers. This plastic just popping up. Oh my gosh. I hope nothing gonna go bad inside. Everything else seems to be fine, but this vinyl on condenser is, I need to zoom in so you can guys see it. Right there. So it just kind of like popping up, and it's just only on one. I don't know. Oh, this is just a cover. There is a plastic wrap inside. Oh, it just got me freaked out. Anyway, so let's go one by one on these fan spoofers, right? I'm gonna zoom it out and show you one by one, guys. Sorry for the noise here. Okay, this is what I've previously done with this fan spoofer, so I had to connect with the temporarily done connectors. They already kind of disconnected pretty easy. Alright, so these wires got a little bit stiff as well, but I can reuse this later in my other miners, these fan spoofers, okay? I'm not gonna use it here. And this one right here. Oh wow, everything popped out so easily now because right here how I modified this connector so you could see, guys. Alright, let's see if I can zoom in on that one. Alright, so see, basically I grind it down all the way so it's kind of skinnier. I don't know if you can see, it's really bad lighting. Let me try to. Alright, hopefully with the light you'll be able to see. Okay, see how I grind it down? Switching for me. Right there. Okay, so anyways, now well, we gotta use just this connector with the fan spoofer already. So my only issue here is not to mix up the wires, okay? So I have these two pins, flies, they're going the blue there, just like that. So that's facing to me right here. Alright, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look inside how they fit just right there, and I'm gonna put same way. So my basically metal piece is gonna go against those notches that's in the fan, right? Horrible mistake. Okay, it's not that easy to reach these cables. Not very convenient location there. Okay, perfect. So now the second cable is done. I'm gonna just bend it, place it right about here. Probably need to strap them somehow with the zip tie or something together so they don't fly around in the liquid. And then the last one, oh, it's a lot easier. Oh my gosh. So this cable just goes right in because it's already kind of made together. These wires are a lot harder to put in, but again, the metal parts against where the notches are, so I'm just using same diagram. Okay, right there. Alright, so it's all done. A lot less wiring now. You could see it's all clean here, pretty much just all the wire just here instead of this fan where I already previously removed it. So I can just cover it up and give it a try, make sure it's working at this time. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace my previous video. Tswift did the comment, which is really legit. I use this cable, which is 14 gauge, two of this 14 gauge. This is fine, but this one, it's also 14 gauge cable, which is not fine. So I found the label here, and it's a 14, 14, 14. So this is gonna carry the load of the 3400 watts, which is exceed 12 amp. This is maximum 12 amp rating. Actually, I wouldn't even run 12 amp, maybe 10 amp. So I got the other cable that it's 14, 14 and a 12 on the other end right here. So you can see the difference between 12 and the 14, okay, on these connectors. So that's what I have to swap it in order to, this guy got actually heated up already a little bit. So I don't want to get any trouble with that. And So that's pretty much it. Let me put the screws back on this server PSU, I mean on that PSU here, and I'll be dumping in the tank right there in a second. All right, so this glass nitrile, I think it's all right. This nitrile gloves still flexible, they're okay, workable. Now these latex gloves start to stiff a little bit, okay? So they're a little bit stiffer, but they're still okay, all right? I think latex also may be used, but the vinyl gloves get in ridiculously hard. When I get the air out, I'll show you at the end how they look, okay? So also I have this latex glove. They're long gloves, long sleeves, designed for chemical resistance. I need to try this, but this is mainly if I go deep, need to dig something out, and they're slightly deeper design, okay? So let me start this miner now. Hopefully this cable not gonna get too stiffy. All right, so let's connect to the server PDU, not the server, just the PDU. Okay, so we got the light, guys. Let's see if we're gonna get the green light and it's gonna show up on the network how it's supposed to be. Then I can close the cover and we can go check it out. Alright, looks like green light on. Let's take out these gloves so I can show you how they worked out, and let's go to the web buoy and check it out. Okay, cover closed. We are good to go. Let's check the temperature out. What do we have? 39 degrees, okay. So that's about right. Everything seems to be working all right. So let's check it out on the web buoy. All right, so it looks like these guys are a little bit loose when you put it in, so I'm not gonna use this time. Instead, I'm gonna use those, the one that already came with the connectors. So I'll just use one with the spoofer from Fruition Design, and then I use these two. Just connect to that one that from Fokhashen, you know, the spoofer that came with it. I'm gonna try it this way because I don't have any other way to try it. So because it looks like this connector stays a lot more secure, but I don't know. Let's try it. I mean, I'm getting a little bit frustrated. It was working and now it's not. So let's see one more time to make sure my wire blue goes to the right side, yellow, red, and black. Yellow, red, and black, so we don't mix it. And so when it connects, I'm not twisting, I'm connecting exactly the same way. All right. So I'm gonna do this too on the on this Fokhashen spoofer. For some reason it feels like it's easy. You can easily pull it out, so it's kind of loose. Yeah, you know what, these jumper cables, I don't know, I cannot trust this right now, but let me try these guys, that are one I already remade. Obviously need to make sure back now. What are we doing? We're doing blue on this side. And that's where the shiny part is. Yeah, and when you connect this fan spoofer, this fan, universal fan connector, it just sits a little bit tighter, you know, to be honest, it feels much better to me. All of them. One more double checking. Okay, so I have blue. Here on the right, okay. It was previously working with adjusted, so I know it works if it's properly connected. Just spend a little bit more time, make sure the pins goes in properly. Okay, so yeah, it feels right. It feels like it went in. Now I need to make the room, make sure this wire's not on the way of anything and then not gonna get pulled out. Alright, so I have these fan spoofers, 2 of these guys and 2 of these now together here. So another try, guys. I'm getting tired of pulling this miner out, you know, and kind of nervous at the same time. So make sure before you close, double check everything, because when you bend these cables, you know, potentially you can pull those pins out, you know. All right, seems like they're pretty much all in. I don't know what else to check, you know. Yeah, you can move them around, but when they stay in straight, they connected. I don't know why the other fans were working better than these guys. Looks like universal adapter. I was worried about the other one that I grinded down because it was about to, you know, push out easily. In my opinion, they were gonna pop out. I'm gonna check this fan connector one more time. It looks kind of sideways to me. Now that I got super worried about this connector not being properly connected. What else can happen, right? So it's a little tricky work with these because they slide away from each other. So you have to set them right. looks like it's sitting pretty tight though. It's not easy to pull out, like even the one I self-made, it was like they're just popped out. All right, let's give another try. You know, I'm getting a little bit frustrated with this. Especially this last connector, I don't know, it looks kind of crooked to me. Is it crooked? No, it probably just looks like it, but it's not. Okay. All right, so we're giving another try. Double checking everything again. Closing the cover. Let's hope this time it's gonna work. All right, we are back in fluid, getting started, and server, PDU reading 16 watts, 190 watts, so probably just getting connected. Yep, it's green light. All right, it doesn't mean that we're gonna start mining, because as soon as it hits 3700, that's where this actually can kick in and check all the fans. So let's hope this time we can start mining, because I'm getting tired of all these fan spoofers on the PSU. All right, so looks like we are at 3653 power, which is a good sign, and it's not canceling out yet. So as soon as it drops, that means we're not mining. But looks like we are getting the hash rate here, and everything else is normal. Obviously the fans here are gonna show up normal unless what I noticed, when you select 20% here fan speed, then it shows up normal, but then it restarts the miner on the pool, and then obviously you get back to the fan goes back to the higher rate, and it goes up normal again. So we're not gonna play with that, but since it's going 3650 and it's not dropping, I'm hoping it's gonna stay this way, and it will drop eventually to 3400. As soon as it stabilizes on the hash rate, the boards will stabilize, the temperature will stabilize more normal, and we'll get hopefully drop down here on the power use. So it takes usually about 10-20 minutes, but I'm happy with the result that it's still holding up. Usually it goes to 36, 37, and it drops almost immediately. So, and it's, look at the amperage, 16.39, goes to almost 16.8 amps. So definitely that 14 gauge wire is no good. It may overheat or even fire hazard, so don't use those 14 gauge wires, please. And yeah, that's it for this video. You see that the power started dropping a little bit, 3617, and it will continue to drop here little by little. So I'm glad we fixed that. I'll let it run till it goes to 34. Maybe I'll get another little update, and that's it for this swap of the wires. Oh my gosh, it took again a while. Not look at one more time here. So yeah, we are about 11 real hash rate, so it will stabilize at around 11.4, and we are not showing nothing yet, obviously, on the all right, looks like we stabilize here on the miner. The power went to 3395, so it will pretty much be there, maybe 3380, sometimes 3370. But that's pretty normal wattage right now, around 15.2 amps. And on the log we have everything looking good, except it will have that error abnormal fan 101, which is for the main fan, so you don't need to worry about that. It's showing on every time you put spoofers on Fruition Design, it shows the same thing, but it runs normally on the pool and everywhere, and we showed up on the pool here now 11 gigahash, so we should be going back to the normal rate here pretty soon, hopefully. And so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.
and we'll see you on the next one. Lastly, just want to show you guys the gloves. So latex glove is actually held up all right in the fluid, and so is nitrile or nitrile. Kept flexible, but look what happened to the vinyl gloves, or what are they called? So the latex were okay, but the vinyl gloves, don't use that, becomes completely stiff and really not easy to work in. I don't think it's safe. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you like it. See you.